Greetings. Today we'll be viewing a 2 verse 3 turned into a 2 verse 2 about midway through. It's on the map Prohibitorum. And, let's get into it. It was myself, Lethal, and Magpie versus Twilight and Setin. Twilight and Setin are at the top here. That's me. Let me walk up to the corner here. Speed this up. We were having recorder issues, so we couldn't CMD warp. Excuse me, sorry. So I had to I walked down to the south side. We have Lethal bottom left. I'll be gosh dang it, middle bottom. Magpie is bottom right. Then we have Setin up here, top right, and Twilight top left. Sorry about that. I had to pause the game. Alright, so we've got Lethal getting up. A nice little energy stockpile there. I'm going for more storage, less energy start. We've got Magpie. He grabbed all his mexes first. Now he's getting some energy up. And we've got a large storage with no energy start from Setin. Looks like he's got vehicles going up already. And Twilight's just getting a good grip on his resources right now. I have started K-Bot. We've got scouts coming out from Setin here. Does manage to get a single extractor from Magpie there, and I think he ran right into my berserker here. Got some info though. We've got goodness. Vehicles coming out from Lethal and air coming out from Magpie. Looks like Twilight also went air. There are decent amount of ooloks in the center for the reaping. That's probably what Twilight is thinking here. He's getting some bees up to try and grab all these ooloks. Trying to get rid of that little scout there from Setin. Just throw a mine down with the scorpion and we're all set. See if I can't get up a pulverizer to get rid of this, get rid of these bees, but they're well on that. Burning all the ooloks, of course. Magpie coming in, trying to secure the center here and get them off the ooloks. Bee is still up, though. He does get the bee. Destroys half the ooloks, but that's alright, because if we can't have them, neither can they. So Setin's got a nice little base going up right here. He's got some solars. He's got a couple pulverizers for anti-air against Magpie here. And he's steadily expanding. Grabbing all these mexes back here. He's got the mexes back here. I've got lots of Jethros coming in to contest these ooloks. Magpie's coming in to grab them. Twilight said he won't have none of that. Lethal over here getting a nice wind farm going on, getting his geo up. Hasn't really been in too much danger yet, so he's just working on resourcing up. Twilight's got a vehicle plant now and an air plant. Lots of storage going on. Magpie's got lots of solars out here, and he's just doing his air thing. Trying to keep them out the center. Get a nice patrol line going. So we've got a small group from Setin and a small group from Twilight coming in to contest the center here. Unfortunately, I put most of my resources into anti-air, so I don't really have the means to hold off a large tank group. The lone berserker did a decent enough job. He's not dead. Now he's dead. So we did manage to get rid of all the flashes with the help of Magpie, and we've got some AKs coming in to back him up now. Setin really expanding out, grabbing all that he can. He's down. He's up to. He's got no energy, so I don't know how much metal he's at. I saw 18 at one point. We've got Twilight. He's at 21. Magpie's sitting at 10. I'm sitting at about 10, and Lethal's at about 13. Setin looks like he's at about 15 now. He's got some exploiters up. It's going to make it really hard to push against with K-bots. If I started getting some artillery out, that'd be much better. Magpie could just send like bombers over these real quick, but he is getting some anti-air up, so that's going to be a pain. Setin's one step ahead. Nice little group coming out from Twilight here. He's also expanding to grab all the metal around him. Lethal protecting himself against air, as well as getting some nice defenses up. Exploiters here. You do have to be careful about exploiters. They will blow up things around them, but in a case like this, you might as well, because the exploiters are going to take out the mechs anyways. Some Twilights from Magpie. He's running low on energy, though. Nice little solar wall. Really helps fortify your base while giving you energy. It's a bit costly, but it does work. Nice little push coming in from Twilight here. A decent sized army of flashes and slashers. My AKs really aren't going to do much of anything against this. And then Magpie's air. He's got enough air defense that it'd be hard for Magpie to get a reasonable amount of air up. Looks like he did get a K-bot lab out. He's pumping out construction K-bots. Did get some AKs up here. I don't even remember that. I must have just sent them up and forgot about them. Didn't really do much of anything. I was watching this stuff over here, trying to make sure I wouldn't get blindsided here. Magpie's got an army of construction K-bots coming to stop them, though. Lethal, luckily, is coming in from back to stop them. The K-bots were a good distraction. Good distraction. Nice air force here from Twilight. It's getting a nice army up. Lethal is building stuff in the corner. Looks like he's also piling construction vehicles in the back there. Did manage to get rid of that Stingray, so that's nice, but the Muskrat lives, so it doesn't really mean much. I'm getting a vehicle plant of my own up finally. It'll really help me contest these exploiters and the Stingrays going up. But Setin's getting a K-bot lab up on the front line, which will it can prove pretty nasty. Forward K-bot labs can be really mean, especially if you use them right. Big AK push coming up to try and raid some of Twilight's stuff. I thought Lethal, you know, he was having it too easy, so sent some stuff to poke the hornet's nest. I did manage to take out a few extractors, though, so that's nice. Unfortunately, that's just too big of an army for those AKs to deal with. And nice sized tanker from Setin coming in to clear out the center here. Setin and Twilight both coming in at the same time. I had just gotten artillery to deal with all this stuff, and he comes rolling in with raiders. Twilight on the other side, making sure to clear us out. Unfortunately, my base is pretty close to the center here. Fortunately, my commander was up there, so I was able to degun a few things. But I kind of led them this way. He just cleared out everything there. Except Magpie's Twilights. Twilight's getting a nice... He just keeps building up tanks. I mean, he's got a nice group here. Meeting back. We've got some gunships coming out from Magpie to try and clear the defenses here. He did manage to get that muskrat, which is really nice. That'll, I mean, can help out a bunch. Get these AKs out of here. Got berserkers and Shodins moving up. Couple instigators. Setin did finish his K-Bot lab and he's putting it into effect. Luckily, it wasn't too long before we realized that it was there. But he does have that tank group still to help protect it. Did manage to clear out some constructors and some defenses, so that's nice. Naws. We've got Twilight trying to grab this forward stuff here. He might actually do it, huh? He did. He got a Twilight right up front there. Good on him. There's a Viper here from Lethal, though. Luckily, there was some weird stuff going on for him. And the flashes were shooting the ground. Which I don't quite understand. Because it looks pretty darn flat there. Yeah, I don't quite understand why they were having an issue hitting there. But I'm sure Lethal didn't mind. Trying to push forward and get rid of this K-Bot lab there. We've got Magpie coming in with some bombers. Unfortunately, I need artillery to get rid of the HLLT, which I don't think I knew where it was. But he's sending out AKs, so I needed direct fire things to get rid of the AKs. It's a mess. Should have done most of the AKs with only a couple few thuds there. That way I could get rid of these units and knock out that HLLT. And you get some instigators though, trying to go around the back here, but Setin's been keeping these tanks for defense. And the raiders are much hardier than the instigators. Got that HLLT though, and there's a huge group coming in from Setin. Huge group. I have thuds. I'm not really gonna do much. I sacrificed my thuds basically to get rid of that eradicator, so Magpie could do some air stuff. Looks like he's coming in to bomb that lab, and Twilight's got that big group moving in too. Yeah, he does get that K-Bot lab, but we have Setin coming in to get rid of my little outpost here. Luckily, he doesn't have any AA with him, so Magpie's air will be able to do some damage. Got AKs up there, but he does come in. He'll probably get this K-Bot lab. He's got quite a big force. The commander is chasing him away. Yeah, he manages to get that K-Bot lab. The defender line is not really doing too much damage, and probably go down really quick there. Yeah. The raiders do have AoE, so building like big lines like that easily destroyed. I think he walks right past my Geo, thankfully. Lethal came in at the perfect time and scared him away. I was able to come back and save that, I think. Yeah, definitely. That was lucky for me. So he did manage to chase Setin away a little bit. I'm trying to get these hammers up and knock out all these exploiters here. a success. We've got tons of construction vehicles down here. We've got advanced air going up from Magpie. Lots of K-Bot labs from Lethal here. Little defensive line. Those are all Dragon Maws right there. And Lethal doing a counter push here. But it is pretty bad place to push right now. He's got his tank army here with exploiters. He might be able to get some of the exploiters. Yeah. The explosions do take him out though, and Setin's force just kind of cleans up there. I don't know why I haven't grabbed that metal spot. I mean, it probably just got taken out constantly. Air support from Twilight here, and it looks like they're just going back through the center to try and clear stuff. Maybe push on Lethal, I'm not too sure. Up here we've got advanced from Twilight. He's got advanced vehicles, a regular vehicle. He's got an air plant. Setin has got his vehicle plant. He's got an advanced vehicle plant in the back there. Lots of construction K-bots from Magpie. Trying to push up through the center here probably. And then looks like Magpie and, well, no, Magpie's doing a bit. Lethal and myself are the only ones not doing anything advanced yet. So I'm trying to get a slow push through here with berserkers and levelers. Meanwhile, Setin took the remnants of those forces to try and go hit Lethal, but he ran into heavy resistance. And I am greeted by a large force from Twilight. Back here, looks like he's getting out his first advanced constructor, maybe? Second advanced constructor. He's getting a fusion up. I don't know if Twilight's done anything with his yet. Looks like he's been pretty busy attacking. Probably doesn't realize it finished. Magpie coming in with some air to help out, thankfully. The Banshees do just get taken out in one big go. It's probably a lucky shot from the Stumpies. Lots of thuds back here from Lethal. Lots of many things. We got thuds, we got berserkers, we got a few Shodans, some instigators. Twilight's cutting his losses there and he's heading home. Meet up with the rest of his army. Trying to come in and get this exploiter. I'm pretty sure it was being repaired by these turrets though. So that was kind of a pain. Going at it with vehicles didn't help because they were just so clunky they barely were able to shoot. I just started advanced myself. Oh, it's right there. Magpie is almost done with his advanced air. Huge armies over here from Twilight. Looks like he's gotten repair turrets up to help keep them. Something I probably don't do enough myself is run away and repair. He is low on energy. He's pumping out some advanced units here. So that is letting Lethal find his Twilights. Got defenses going back up. Oh, extractors at this point. From Setin, he's got an advanced radar on front for some good LOS. I don't think the LOS works properly in the recording. It's like on circular instead, I think. Nice little group right there. Nice little group right there. We got some downtime. Let's speed up. We got Lethal just going to raid. Desperately trying to get some defenses up because, well, those groups they keep sending through, they could roll right through me. Just looking for Twilights. Look for Twilight and you'll be found, apparently. Looks like he's getting ready to move in on me. Nice group from Setin. It's not large like Twilight's, but it is powerful. Instigators, raiders, and slashers. In a sizable group, that's very deadly. So I bet some of these are even veterans. Yeah, some of these have been around for quite a while, it looks like. Twilight pushing on Lethal here. Quickly deciding he doesn't want any of that, though. Lethal... Oh, we've got Banisher coming out from Setin as well. And Lethal pushed all those tanks my way, which I'm really not prepared for. Luckily, they're just kind of getting caught messing with the exploiter, giving me time to hunker down, as Magpie had said. I'm trying to get anything up. An LLT to save me. Oh. Luckily, they're coming in pretty scattered. What was that? What wasn't my commander? What wasn't Lethal's commander? What wasn't Magpie's commander? Oh, micros. Lethal's up here pushing Twilight. You just got a host of micros, it looks like. So we're barely surviving down here. Commander's degunning where he can. Lethal getting a really good push up here, running into Twilight's commander. That was real nice. Somehow. Magpie, that's how. Magpie's got Banshees down there saving me. And we've got Twilight retaliating. Unfortunately, he's mostly only got the thuds left, so that's gonna... They'll fall really quickly to those flashes. Somehow survived that battlefield. Thanks to... honestly, it was probably thanks to both Lethal and Magpie. Magpie helped defend, and then Lethal's attack looks like he pulled Setin's tanks away. Because, I guess... Wow. I don't know where the commander went. He's over here. Lethal did some really good damage here. He's got a Banisher on his front line, though, taking out his defenses. Luckily, Magpie's on the case here. You just... in a situation like this, you just have to hope that when the Banisher shoots its rocket, your gunships aren't all grouped up. Because if you can only kill one at a time, I mean, that's no contest. But if they're all grouped together, then you're in for a bad time. I think we've got some solars coming in from there. He's got his fusion. He's getting a deep core up, which will boost his metal. Give him a really nice boost to metal. Lethal's got air defense up everywhere. Holy smokes. Large group of constructors down here. Magpie's got his advanced air up. Saw that with the brawlers. I'm not very close. I'm struggling. I just need to get more build power on that, honestly. I've just been pretty occupied with being attacked, I think. Magpie trying to do some raiding with his hawks there. Doing a decent job. They looks like they do have a behemoth up though, which is going to make pushing with ground units really difficult. A behemoth on the high ground is no bueno. Lethal coming in for another push. Setin intercepting with his group of tank. Gosh dang it, with his group of tanks here. Also coming down with AKs. He got another K-Bot lab up there. Probably won't make it too far here though. I don't think we need to be too worried about the AKs. But that behemoth is nasty. The range on those things is killer. Yeah, the AKs we really don't have to worry too much about. We've got 2 exploiters down here. He's got a line of defenders, and behind the defenders there's more than enough HLTs to really take care of anything that's going to come out of this lab. Aside from artillery. I'll be joining the T2 crew soon. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't think Lethal has made it there either yet. Did get a flacker up here to take out some of the bees, but Magpie did get a pit bull up. Trying to bomb that behemoth would have worked, honestly. It's the repair turrets keeping it alive, so that's kind of a bummer. Didn't even know they were there. If we had gotten rid of those repair turrets, we would have been able to make it. Setin's done a really good job, may I just add, at holding this. We haven't made it past this line, but maybe 1 time, 2 times. One in the beginning and one when I was trying to kill this exploiter there. He's done a really good job at holding that. And then this is where Lethal had to go do dinner stuff. So he gave all his stuff to me, and I was trying to give some of it to Magpie, but I like getting stuff you didn't build is always the worst. It's because it's not in my mental, personally at least, it's not in my mental capacity to figure out what the heck was happening. It's nice getting free stuff, but at the same time you're like, well, I didn't have plans for any of this, so I don't know what to do with any of this. He was building an advanced vehicle plant. I don't think I couldn't finish it. I mean, I maybe should have finished it because I think he does come back later, but I didn't want to use my resources to build an advanced plant that nobody was gonna man. So yeah, that behemoth just doing work over here. Lots of AKs. Jethro's actually. He's switching to crashers. Trying to see what damage I might be able to do to Twilight with the units Lethal had built up, because that's that's all I can really do is squander all his hard work. Lots of Panthers from Twilight here. It was really nice. They have AA as well as a cheap. They're cheap advanced units, first of all. But they have a light AA on them, and then the lightning they shoot is AoE. So it's great for swarms of, especially tier 1 K-bots. It will definitely get the job done. I did get my advanced K-bot lab up, so we're going to start doing stuff with that. Oh, too fast. Trying to raid the stuff up here, but I mean, there's... Twilight just has so much. He said, "Fool me once, shame on me." After Lethal put those defenses up, or those units up here, and raided his base, he put defenses up. Setin's got maws going up as well. Huge K-bot group. Still, like, nothing to really worry about with these defenses, honestly. Not tier 1 at least. Trying to rebuild some of the defenses here. Protect the new property. Looks like we have spirits coming out from Magpie here. That could be really nice if used well. But we have tremors coming out. Tremor, Banisher. We've got long range from Setin here with short range defense as well as flackers for air defense. I don't have too much. I have instigators. They're not going to really do the job, but especially with a Moho exploiter backing them up. And definitely the spirit might save me, but losing this front line is almost inevitable here. I don't know what think I'm doing with my commander. Banisher and the Tremor will just murder it, and they're in range of that Moho exploiter. I think I quickly realized my error in judgment and backed away. Magpie is trying to do some work with the spirits, though. Got rid of that advanced radar and the Moho exploiter, so that's really nice. I'm trying to maybe get some Dominators up and Shivas to counter the artillery there. Lots of Panthers, Mumbos. We got Slashers, Demolishers. Lots of AA in this group. Lots of AA. Mumbos have very small AA, but it's good enough for tier 1 K-bots. This is an anti-K-bot group if I've ever seen one. Setin's getting his commander up here. Magpie looks like he's trying to target the commander. I can help maybe. I've got some Shivas, some Dominators, and some Thuds. Trying to slowly push up on these things. Setin is about 30% on the commander. Did manage to get that exploiter. Probably work on that one next. And he's pushing forward with the K-bots, but like the tier 1's really not gonna do too much here. Got just a couple Shivas and a Dominator trying to slowly push against Setin here. Did manage to get that Tremor, thank goodness. I think it was causing me havoc. I think I'm looking for his commander next. The Flacker. Get rid of that Flacker so Magpie can do stuff a little easier. And I got a little too close to the Behemoth. You see the kill range for that Behemoth is like in here somewhere. It's rough. It is a rough approach. We got a pretty decent group here though. We've got Thuds to hopefully take stuff out at long range, and then we've got Pyros and Cams to get stuff when it gets closer. We got Twilight coming in on the left side here with that anti-K-bot group. Luckily, Magpie does have Moho Twilights up, so they are paralyzing some of the units. Moho Twilight's cloak, but when you start attacking them, by default they're set to return fire. They throw out EMP grenades, you can see. Now it doesn't discriminate, so it'll also EMP like your defenses around your units. But when you've got a huge T2 group like this coming in, oh, it could be a real lifesaver. And Magpie comes in with the spirits plural to clean up. And Twilight trying to lay chase. Luckily, though, for us, Lethal had built tons of SAMs. Tons of SAMs. Yeah, you see my units are also paralyzed. That was a huge crisis averted, though, thanks to those Moho Twilights. We got some tremors coming in from Setin to probably help try and pick apart the front line here. I'm getting a advanced vehicle plant of my own up. What am I doing on this front? Nothing. Magpie, getting rid of those tremors. The hero we all need, but we don't deserve. He did get a, Setin did get a toaster up, and he's got a couple banishers to help protect it, so that will be a bit nasty to try and get past. Looks like I'm trying to get a nice push up the eastern side here. But really, I'm not going to make it anywhere. What was that? A scuttle. I sent a scuttle to the center there. I should have did more scuttles. Honestly. I do have Shivas, though. Sentence commander stays low. Trying to take out this toaster. It can definitely shoot back. But I think we might have it. We've got some AKs coming up. We got the spirits coming in to finish that thing off for sure. Nice work from Magpie there. Those AKs just cleared out very quickly. And toasted it. But yeah, unless we can get rid of this behemoth, at least as far as K-bots are concerned, I'm not pushing forward here. They'll fall very quickly. Now, actually, if I spread them out, if I sent a group up the east, up the river line there and right at it, might stand a chance. Which isn't impossible to do right now. Like, I've got the forces right here. We've got the spirits. Took out the commander. I really wanted that behemoth gone. He's pumping out spirits. He should have quite a bit enough to take out that behemoth if he can get close enough. It's just the, trying to get close enough. Because you can see here I am pushing. That behemoth's about to lay fire. It's about to lay waste to me. I'm mostly just trying to get in and get rid of the AA for Magpie here. We've got a huge group coming in from Twilight. Huge group. He's also got screamers up to help protect against spirits. We've got Magpie just sending units in to die. You should really get rid of that patrol line there. Lots of AA in this group for to protect against the spirits. The Hermes do real nice against that. You probably lose them, but if you can take the spirit out in return, I'd say it's a good trade. Thankfully, I had a huge push waiting for that behemoth to die, so I was able to kind of sandwich them in, but they do have quite a few things here. We got brawlers coming out from Magpie trying to help. I should have been building something other than Shivas since they're artillery. Cans or pyros right now. I really should have been trying to pump out. The Shivas aren't going to help me that much. Actually, what I should have did when I seen that group coming was get a res out. I don't know what happened. This was in beta 72, so explosions were a little higher. It was probably energy storage. It was probably just it was probably a lot of things just grouped together, so they all kind of took each other out under a weakened state. Trying a counter push since he just sent what I thought were all of his units in after me, but apparently there's lots of freedom fighters. We've got Hermes, big group of stumpies, nice, like lots of defenses. There was no hope right there. There was no hope. Magpie getting some metal generators in though. Looks like I'm getting Reapers out in the advanced vehicle plant. We did lose the advanced K-bot, which is a bummer because the scuttles would have been really nice. I should have did way more with scuttles. Like I should have kept on scuttling. The one scuttle is like, first of all, I didn't even take anything out. I took out a couple banishers and that was it. Did some damage to a toaster. If I had kept on scuttles, I mean, it's heavy micro, but that's, I mean, it's fine. I would have been able to take the behemoth out. If I had gone farther, I would have seen these. I would have been able to take those out, which would have made taking everything else out easier. I don't play core enough. I should have just scuttled the crap out of him. He does have this flacker. Magpie should probably focus that. He did take out one deep core, so that's pretty nice. I don't know if it hurt him that much, though. At this point, I feel like we're just scrapping through. I lost half my base. I mean, I pretty much have Lethal's base left. I lost pretty much all of my base. Thank goodness Lethal had such a nice base to hand over. And now we've got Bertha's coming up now. Twilight probably got tired of trying to push on this front line, so he figured he'd shell it out. Looks like he's going for mass Bertha route. We've got some more resource rating over here from Magpie. Really nice. Got rid of that other deep core. That might hurt Setin a little more now. I swear last time I looked he had 78 metal though now. Now he's got 80, 81, so who knows. Really trying to push up here. Getting rid of that Prude would be really nice. I mean, Prudes are just so good. I mean, you get 24 metal or 1,000 energy. 24 metal for free, mind you, or 1,000 energy. They're such a nice structure. Behemoths can be nice. Like, I mean, you see this behemoth has pretty much halted all pushing through the center here and has given Setin the ability to secure quite a bit of metal, but they're more map dependent than a Prude is. Lots of flackers. Let me slow this down. I'm sorry. There's so much going on. Looks like they're fixing up for a really big push through the center here. And did just get a Doomsday machine up, so that'll be kind of nasty. I don't have too much. I do have some long range units here to try and take things out in... I mean... By the time Twilight sends his army down to the center, he's already got a nice force backing it up. I am trying to pick away at the center stuff here, though. So that's nice. Just got a few things here to help defend the center. Magpie's doing most of the work with spirits. Probably about to lose my fusion. But that's alright, because I am taking out those Berthas at the same time. Got rid of those Berthas. Got rid of those engineers. I'm not sure if Magpie was working on taking out the Berthas or making some of his own. I think he's trying to take them out. Unfortunately, that's where my glory ends, because this huge group of Mumbos is coming in to spoil the fun. Setin has remained largely untouched this whole game. He's been doing a really good job at holding his ground here. And now he's got, what's all this? Metal generators up the wazoo. He's doing deep cores. Twilight's only really been attacked once by lethal. He's getting MRUs stacked in the side here. After lethal came through, he he defended up, and it was really hard to get back. And he's getting that prude. Thankfully, Magpie has anti-nukes. It felt like a proper time for somebody to have nukes. You know, they're doing Berthas. They might have nukes. Trying to do something to Twilight here. I'm getting anti-nukes up right now in this hedgehog here. Forgot about my tanks. I was off doing something else. Now they're just getting shot. And they're overrun by Mumbos. And then, I mean, call it good intuition or what, but here comes Setin with the nuke. I unfortunately was not able to get a missile built yet. So that was a huge hit right there. Lots of metal, lots of energy, lots of anti-air, just lots of metal gone right there. So that was a bummer. Maybe they aren't. I really felt like they could just come in and, I mean, those Mumbo, they'd probably die. But man, would there be quite a bit of damage done. Magpie did get the the anti-nuke done in time there. I do have these cans, so the Mumbos probably wouldn't do that much. Speed this up a bit. Magpie trying to scout and see what's up in the center here. At this point, that nuke was demoralizing, honestly. Let's take a look at resources real quick. Oh, apologies. Good stretch there. So I'm making, both Magpie and myself are bringing in about 59 metal each. Twilight's bringing in 57, and Setin's all the way up to 124. Setin is outproducing Magpie and myself combined. So I mean that's a bad time right there. And then Twilight's pretty much producing the same thing as us. It's a, yeah, it's just not a good time. Setin's got a really nice hold on the center here, especially with that behemoth there. It's this is where it went downhill. I feel like we were doing okay up until the nuke. Gonna try some sneaky stuff. I did get my advanced K-Bot lab back up. Both our anti-nukes fired. It was a waste. I don't know. So I've got a few scuttles here. I think I'm waiting on energy to so I can cloak them. Energy so I can cloak them. Sorry. That's brain fart. Brawlers just got completely erased. There's so many. Oh, you hate to see it. He probably should have turned around. Probably should have turned around there. That was devastating. We got a slow push with some Reapers and a Banisher here, just bullying because it can. He did go away from the AA though, so Magpie does manage to get a little bit. It looks like the Doomsday was doing some stuff, and I was trying to get in, but my spy got shot. I don't know how it got shot either. I wish I could have seen that. It should have been cloaked. We are... Luckily the scuttle is not seen. Did do a little push on Twilight there. I should really move this scuttle. Oh, did I do that? No. It looked like I did. He definitely seen that. I did manage to get rid of an exploiter and some AA up front though. A big push with some cans here. Tearing apart these tier 1 tanks. Unfortunately, they're taking a lot of fire from these tremors, which just not good for them. And then it's quite a few stumpies. Did manage to get them though, so that's nice. And then I switched to Morty's again. Same thing I did before. I don't know why I switched to artillery when I should have built more scuttles. If I built more spies, more scuttles, I could have daisy chained the spies, right? Tried to daisy chain them there so I could just keep walking scuttles in without having to micro. Trying to do some termite stuff. See if I can't go around the defenses that Twilight has. Since they are all terrain, they'll be able to climb down these ledges here. Getting deep cores of my own up. That'll help out a lot. Lots of AA here from Twilight. He doesn't want anything to do with those spirits. I'm taking some fire from HLTs, and he is moving Mumbos in place, but I do manage to get one cloakable fusion. Quickly turn around once the Mumbos come, and I happen to spot some of the MRUs. He's got a few up here. I found a gold mine. There is one in that top corner. I knew there was. I knew there had to be, but I don't think I was ever able to take it out. Magpie slowly working on taking the anti-air out here. Yeah, I must have been just missing it. That's a bummer. I wish, too bad Setin hadn't kept on shooting at me, because I think he was the one damaging that MRU. Lots of AA here. Lethal. Lethal has returned. The prodigal son. It's just kind of downtime right now while Twilight builds up a massive army. I think I'm still up here trying to kill this thing. Bringing in some sumos. My spy got spotted. Magpie, good work with that Doomsday. Uncloak these sumos, and unfortunately I'm not really close enough. Didn't really make it too far. There's lots of Moho exploiters in here. But we did stop that buzzsaw from going up, so that's good. That's good. That thing was going to be deadly. Magpie working on making Berthas of his own. Lethal getting an advanced lab up here. Oh, I had one sumo left. Nice. Oh, they're not mobile nukes. Mobile nukes, ignore me. I was getting paranoid. I'm getting a gantry of my own up, though. So, me mistaking those for gantry units wasn't bad, because I was like, hey, maybe I should get some gantry going. Huge army from Twilight here. Got lots of firestorms, maws, lots of stuff here. Doomsday machine, so might be alright. Especially right here. That's a nice choke point right there. You see, he quickly went away from that. He does manage to clear out a lot of these defenses, though. He's been building that up for a while. He's got 3 vehicle plants, building stuff. Let's take a look around here. We've got advanced air from Setin, deep cores, metal generators. These are MRUs. He's probably got so much metal. He's bringing in 224 metal. Magpie's bringing in about 150. I got almost 100, and Twilight's at 57 still. Looks like he hasn't been doing any more upgrading from the last time, but he's still doing all right. So huge artillery push coming in here, hoping to get something, hoping to clear some of that anti-air. Honestly, it's that darn behemoth just keeping us down. Now it's cauterizers erasing everything. That was very disappointing. Had a transport, forgot about it, started taking a lot of fire. I wish I could have gotten it a little bit closer. Those cauterizers are going to spell certain trouble, I'm sure. Huge metal generator farm back here from Magpie. Magpie and Setin had the right idea. Almost have the gantry up. Almost. And we've got Berthas coming in from Magpie here. I would space them out a little bit more than that. You don't want them to be too easy of a target, you know? Especially with cauterizers on the loose. One cauterizer can take out all of those. Or one buzzsaw. Setin does have a buzzsaw up. You see, I mean, if they were spread out, he might know where they are. He might just be firing in the general direction here. But I wonder if that buzzsaw is being repaired by those nanos. They'll probably all go up at the same time, watch. Yeah, like, you definitely want to spread things like that out. Bad habit of Magpie, I've noticed. You know, he makes groups of defenses. All you need is AoE when there's groups of defenses, and most long-range stuff has decent AoE. Crows coming in from Setin. Crows are like one of my favorite units, I swear. Luckily, they get hit by lots of stuff. I think we've got cauterizers coming in over here as well, or maybe crows. We've got a buzzsaw aiming at the gantry, desperately trying to not lose it. It's the last hope at this point. What else am I gonna take out a No, he got it. When I just looked over and it must have been the spirits. Lots of AA coming in from Twilight to scout, see if the gantry is still doing its thing. What's that doing over here? He's got hawks. And he's got another buzzsaw going up. We are battered and beaten. We did just get gantry though. I don't have the most resources to utilize it. But I'll be if I'm trying my damnedest. My damnedest. What? Damned? I don't know. Damnedest? Sounds weird. Huge group of Janus up here from Twilight. We got a Karganath going up the side, but there's just too many things to take fire from. Moho Twilight there, locking me down. Trying to do some can stuff, get in the center, but it's pretty well locked down. Moho or Mumbos rather, and there's still how many kills? How many kills does Behemoth have? Only 84. That's surprising, but it's done a pretty good job at stopping literally everything. Looks like Setin is trying to exhaust our nukes. Unsuccessfully. Thank goodness. Trying to do anything in the center here. You see that behemoth is just... Oh, we really needed to take out that behemoth. I should have done more scuttle work. Should have done more scuttle work. He's got a few cauterizers here and not much in the way to stop those things. Probably coming right for the gantry, unfortunately. The Sams do a decent job. I guess the Doomsday as well. We got decent air defense, actually. Gargoyle up. Got Lethal down here trying to get some resources. Living off of spillovers. And there go all the Berthas again. And most of the stuff down here, too. Cauterizers are mean, dude. Cauterizers are mean. All these construction K-bots. And... what's that? Berthas? Yeah, we've got Berthas on top of Twilight's Hill here. Not sure where they're shooting at. He looks like he might be aiming for the fusion. I mean, Magpie just lost all his resources to those cauterizers. And here come more. I mean, that's what happens when we're out resourced this bad. Together, we barely hit 100. Setin's got 225, 2.25. Sending in more nukes. Looks like I'm trying to get a Yavik out. Wonder how many antis we have left. Mass cauterizers. When all else fails, just keep building cauterizers. Got rid of my Berthas. And they got rid of most of the, if not all of the Screamers, which leaves the gantry dangerously unprotected here. And the buzzsaw's almost up. More nukes out. Should be fine though. The Hedgehog, the mobile anti builds a little bit faster than the nuke silo. So as long as he only has one nuke silo, I shouldn't be in danger. Magpie lied to me. Told me he would protect my gargoyle with hawks. He got killed instantly. He did protect my gantry though. He did protect my gantry. It's pretty much over at this point. We've got a buzzsaw raining hell on us with no way to stop it. We've got cauterizers doing much of the same. Magpie's been taken out of the game almost completely. This whole corner's gone. All he's got is this stuff here. I don't even know where he's getting metal from. We do have a Yavik, though. One last hurrah here. And no anti-air to stop any of this. I will say one thing. This did give me a huge appreciation for Yavix and Bolos. Because this thing was doing work. This thing was doing work. Here come the cauterizers to end the fun. Even the cauterizers. If you need to break through something, get yourself a Yavik. That thing was a beast. Unfortunately, there's nothing left. We're still taking heavy fire from the buzzsaw. We've got no AA to stop the cauterizers. That is pretty much game over here. All in all, that was a really good game. Like, really good game. It's almost 2 hours. I don't even know how long this video is gonna be. Probably about an hour. If I could have done anything better, I should have used more scuttles to get rid of this behemoth. Maybe communicated a little better with Magpie to really get rid of this behemoth, because that was the key right there. It's got the high ground, which just makes it so well for defending the valley. It was, it wasn't impossible to stop, but it was really hard with the nanolith turrets repairing it, because the bombers almost worked. He just needed maybe 2, maybe 3 more bombers, and the thing would have been down. If I had scuttles, I mean, gosh, I could have, if I had used a spy bot and come back here and anything. I don't play core enough to think of these things, I guess. I'm not used to scuttles. That's why I was playing core. Trying to get more familiar. But I think scuttles could have helped us turn the tides. I don't know if it would have really done anything. But I feel like if we could have gotten this behemoth and just taken a little bit of ground to slow Setin down here, we would have been in a much better position. They were out resourcing us so much, and it was really hard to get anywhere close to Setin. You can see we just got completely out resourced here in terms of metal. It's at 100,000s there, so Magpie had about 450, had about 373. So we were just short of 1 million metal produced total. With lethal, I can't do math. That's 700. No, we're just short of like 1 million produced, and Twilight alone outproduced the entire team in metal. Setin did more than Twilight. Energy produced, I mean, Setin was just way up there. What is that? 79 million, right? 2,100, yeah, 79 million energy from Setin. That was me and Magpie combined, pretty much. Lethal did have a bit, but he technically wasn't there, so I don't know what was going on with that. He left halfway through the game. He left about 40 minutes in or something. Excess metal. Twilight. I guess Twilight and Setin had so much metal that they just couldn't spend it all. They were both above. They were in 5 digits. But I mean, Setin was making 200 some metal. Twilight was, I don't know what he was making at the end. I remember, he's probably getting a lot of spillover from Setin, but I do remember, he was around 57 metal. But if that's the case, he wouldn't have made that much metal. He wouldn't have that much metal produced. Okay. Scratch all that. Scratch all of that. Alright. We did end up getting the end screen after all. Here you can see that, like, as a team, each of them produced more metal than the entire team. So that's why we lost right there. We let them have infinitely more resources than us. It's a bummer, but it is what it is. This energy produced, Setin produced more than the entire team, I think. Maybe even, he's got what, 79 million. We're at 45 million, 30, so almost produced more than Magpie and myself. You had Lethal in there. Not quite, but he produced an amazing amount of energy. Yeah, they did have a lot of excess, but they were making a lot of metal, so sometimes you just make so much you can't spend it all. All in all, it was a really good game. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.